Good evening and welcome to Real Talk, where we have real conversations about business, entertainment, and lifestyle. I am your host, Angelita the Coach, and this is episode 6, The Mental Health Check. Today, I am joined in the studio. I have guests today, y'all. Yay. Well, I have guests every time, right? Okay. But this time, I'm joined in the studio with Yolanda Wynn. Hey, Yolanda.
Hi, Angelita. Thanks for inviting me.
How are you?
I'm good.
That's good. Jasmine Stevens.
Hello.
Hello, Jasmine. How are you?
I am doing good.
And you all know my buddy Ryan Reed.
What's up, Angie, baby?
How are you, Ryan?
I'm good. Can't complain.
All right, that's what's up. Today's topic is all about mental health. May is Mental Health Awareness Month. I don't know why I couldn't get that out. Today is Mental Health Awareness Month, and so we're going to be discussing mental health overall, and definitely mental health in the Black community. So we are your panel today. So before we dive in, I got to thank the sponsors. Key Virtual Professionals is a virtual assistant business that is dedicated to assisting entrepreneurs, businesses, and nonprofit organizations, providing support in various areas of your business, such as virtual office administration, document preparation, social media management, financial management, event planning. These services will help your business stay on track. Schedule your free discovery call today by visiting www.keyvirtualprofessionals.com. So we're going to do a little introduction. And again, hello, everyone. I am Angelita the Coach. I'm a business networking coach and strategist, business owner, speaker, and now published author. Yay! Thank you
for that one.
I know. Thank you. Look. Oh, I should probably do like this, huh? Angelita the Coach. Okay. So, just really quick, we're gonna go around. So everyone knows who we have here and what it is that you do. I'm gonna start with Yolanda. So you introduce yourself. What do you do, and all that good stuff.
I am Yolanda Wynn. I am considered a serial entrepreneur. I take and I build businesses to be successful and make at least, help people make at least six figures a year.
Hey, that's what's up. Thank you for joining me tonight, Yolanda.
Thank you for inviting me, Angelita.
You're so welcome, darling. And next we have Jasmine, y'all. I love Jasmine from like the first day that I met her. Like, I love Jasmine. We have Jasmine Stevens. So tell everybody a little bit about yourself.
Well, as she said, I am Jasmine Stevens, and I am a licensed professional counselor.
Say that one more time.
I am a licensed professional counselor.
Yes.
So I kind of do a couple different things. So I work to reunify families. I also work at a private clinic in Dearborn, and I also have my own business called Image, which stands for Internally Motivated to Achieve Genuine Enhancement, which we do workshops, we do seminars, we do therapeutic music, so just a lot of stuff.
Cool.
And thank you for having me.
Thank you for joining me. And we got Ryan Reed.
Yes, we do. Yes, we do.
He like, yes, we do.
I'm
Yes, we
here.
do.
I'm here. Well, I own a security firm, Reed and Associates Protection. You know, we do security for places like H&M, Ralph Lauren. You can find us in Oakland Mall, Somerset. We all over the place right now. And I'm pretty much in the protection business.
Right, yeah, because he sure was walking up to the door like he was ready to just tackle somebody. Like, he was like, I had to blow the horn. I was like, get out of protection mode. We just about to go do a podcast.
I almost threw my phone at you, too.
Yeah, he turned around and looked at me like, who blowing the horn? I'm like,
horn.
relax.
I don't like that out here.
Relax.
Okay. Now that's real.
He was like, look straight up, Debo.
Wow.
Okay.
I'm a nice guy, though.
He's a very nice guy.
Yes. Ryan is
Don't
a
take him for his face.
very nice guy. But boy, if looks could kill.
Yes.
Okay, so we are live in the studio, Studio 4, for those who want to download the Podcast Detroit app. Anytime during this broadcast, you can call in and you can ask questions. You can comment. The call-in number is 248-838-3661. We want to make this as interactive as possible. Do not call after 9 p.m. That will make Randy mad. Again, that number is 248-838-3661. Okay, so we all know that May is Mental Health Awareness Month, correct?
Mm-hmm.
So I wanted to definitely bring some awareness to mental health because I think it's something that we kind of like shy away from talking about. And I definitely wanted to have this discussion, but I wanted to have other people join in on the panel and, you know, kind of like give their opinion, give their outlook, how they feel on the subject of mental health. One of the other things that I think that we don't discuss as a community is mental health in the Black community. Now, that's something that, to me, I feel is definitely kind of like brushed under the rug. We just don't talk about it. So guess what we're going to do today, y'all?
We're going to talk about
We're going to talk about it. So Mental Health Awareness Month has been observed in May in the United States since 1949, reaching millions of people in the United States through media, local events, and screenings. Mental Health Awareness Month was started in the United States in 1949 by the Mental Health American Organization. So that's dope. I just want to throw out a couple of statistics before we kind of, you know, get started in our discussion. 1 in 5 people will be affected by mental illness in their lifetime. So there's 5 of us in this room.
Somebody
in this room.
Okay, Angelina.
Somebody in this room is affected by mental health. So I mean, I'm saying that because I want you guys to like really understand how real and how serious this is. There's 5 people in this room. Somebody in this room is affected or will be or has been affected by mental health. Okay. Nearly 450 million people worldwide are currently living with a mental illness, yet nearly 2/3 of people with a known mental illness never seek treatment. So that's that. I have more. I got a lot more. But I'll kind of go through those a little as we get into the conversation. Let's see. Yep, I'll go as we get further into the conversation. So, where do we start, y'all? Like, mental health is like such a big deal. Why do you guys think that it's not talked about as much as it should be? Why do you think people kind of push it under the rug? And just as an overall with it.
I think it comes from the upbringing, the household. You know, they didn't seek out help when they seen that there was an issue with a child or something like that. They didn't seek out help. They just kept the child close to them, and they assisted with it themselves, but they never got the child actual help.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. That's, yeah.
You know, as far as me, it's like if I'm dealing with a problem, I try to solve that problem myself. Because I feel like can nobody help me better than me? And that's kind of a bad way to look at stuff, but that's kind of how I am. And I believe it's a lot of men out there like that.
Yeah.
You know, or they might be embarrassed, you know. But unless I'm like sick going to the doctor, I'm not going to no psychiatrist. But, you know, what is needed, that's why they here, so.
Right. What do you think?
I think I'm trying not to be extra deep because I have the credentials. So I'm, not gonna throw words out there. But truthfully, I think the biggest issue.
Girl, that's why you here. We needed you here. No, we want you to throw it out.
Exactly.
That's why you. Yes.
Well, if I could just really just kind of zoom it all in, I think the biggest issue is rejection. I think that if I tell you that something is wrong with me, then you're gonna judge me. You're going to think that I hear a lot of people when they come in here and they say, oh, I've been wanting to go to therapy, but I don't want people thinking that I'm crazy.
Right.
And that is literally a myth. And so a lot of people, I think, if I say something's wrong, then they don't believe that something can be wrong and you still, go through stuff. If I can be honest, I'm a therapist. I have a license. And sometimes I get anxious. So it's not like it just skips over people. Everybody have their own things that they work on. So because I know it, and just from studying it, I feel like the fact that I'm not afraid of what, you think of me, then I'm gonna call you like Angelita. So let me tell you why I've been tripping all day. You know?
Right.
So now I can get it off my back versus, no offense to you, but I'm going to handle it myself. You know what I mean? So now it's just extra stuff just added on. So I really think just rejection and how people view you.
And the rejection thing and how people view you, I want to go back because, like, one of the main reasons why, you know, Ryan is here is because I definitely want to hear, you know, things from, like, a male perspective,
sure.
you know. In my opinion, I think that we hold men at a higher standard. We do. You a man, you know.
Yeah.
You the man.
Yeah.
You can't. You got to put it all together.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? It's like you can't show weakness, you know. So it's kind of like, you know, you have people out here that commit, men and everybody, but I'm definitely gonna just talk about the men for a second. You know, you have men that are out here that commit suicide.
Yeah.
I mean, you know,
Sure.
you have men out here that do so much, and it's just I feel like there's no outlet for men.
Right.
You know.
I agree.
Yeah, it's true. You know, me and my lady had a debate. You know, she was telling me how, you know, women which they do, got a big job, keeping the house together, keeping the kids together, you know, which is, you can't underestimate that. But I told her, like, look at my point of view. I got to support everything. I got to make sure y'all fed, make sure the bills paid, make sure you okay, make sure the kids okay. That's a lot. That's pressure. Because you taught, as a man, you taught from a young age, you take care of everything, you know.
Exactly.
And
Like the weight of the world is on your shoulders.
for sure. You taught that, you know. So, and that can break a man down sometimes because it gets to be a lot. You know,
It do.
so, but, you know, but some men handle it, you know, better than others. But at the end of the day, it's how we was brought up. So it's kind of, we kind of groomed like that.
Yeah.
You know, we the providers, you know, breadwinners, you know. So, and mental breakdown is real.
Yeah,
So,
that's true.
Absolutely.
Now to get to you.
You know, it's funny. My mom used to work for DTE Energy, and when the economy went down, it was so many men calling about the bills, like he talking about. Oh, this bill is this much, and I just got laid off. I can't do this. I'm gonna just jump off the bridge. You will hear so much of how people express themselves when they, like he said, can't pay the bill, not able to pay it. You know, and at that time, it was like a depression. A lot of people got laid off. You did see a lot of suicide. So it's interesting.
Yeah.
So
And just to kind of piggyback on that, I think, and unfortunately, I'm a woman, but I think that we add extra pressure to the man because of they're supposed to do everything instead of
Right.
asking, is there something I can do to help? Like I see a lot of relationships that fail because the man is literally trying to carry the weight and the woman is reaping all the benefits and not really being a help.
Yeah,
like
there it
because
is.
it's not our job to just sit around and, you know, let them kill themselves, you know,
And the
mentally and
yeah.
emotionally, and we're sitting here like, oh, you didn't give me no bag. Get your own bag, you know. But I just feel like, as women, we got to step it up and show our men that it's okay for them to be emotional. We not telling our girlfriends like, yeah, he cried today, he being a punk or whatever, you know.
oh wow.
Oh, it's bad. And in the black community, like, we literally tear down our men more by the way that we talk about them to other women.
Wow.
And
Say
it's
that
sad.
one more time. Like
As black women, we tear down our men by the way that we talk about them to other people.
wow.
Period.
That's real. That's real
Yep.
talk.
Wow.
Yep.
I need to meet those men that
And
take care of the
so-
household and do all of that.
And with that being
I don't see none of those.
and with that being said, where is the man's out? You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't have an out. Like, you can't, you know, because I don't know if you can go to, you know, do men feel comfortable going to their boy and saying, you know, this is my dilemma. This is, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. Like, I just think that they keep so much. And then when they're up to here, then all these things happen. You know, like
Withdrawal.
you know, you get like
Mental breakdown.
mental breakdowns. You start to go through withdraw
Even
from
depression.
your family, from from society. You get depressed. You know what I'm saying? And then some commit suicide. And then one of the things that people say, one of the things that I hear a lot of people say, is he or she took the coward way out. She killed himself, or she killed herself, or he killed himself. Like, I would never do that. Nah, I'm gonna stop you right there. Nobody just wakes up like, oh, you know what? I'm gonna kill myself today.
Right.
No, you know what I'm saying? Nobody wakes up like that. Never. Obviously, it's a mental illness. Nobody wants to kill themselves. So I honestly think that you can't say what you would or what you wouldn't do if you have some mental illness.
That's true.
So,
or just period, honestly.
Yeah.
Like, because you just, even in relationships, because honestly, I believe that mental health starts from the lack of a relationship. And I don't mean just like intimate, but whether it's a parental job, like something happened, you lack something in this relationship. And so, like you said, I can't say, oh, I would have cussed that boss out, if I was in that situation, like, because you just never know. Like, and now suicide is known to children now. You got 8, 9, 10-year-old kids killing themselves because of bullying and stuff. So it's real.
And that's an increase because going to school, and I'm gonna tell y'all, I was bullied like a mug when I was in elementary school.
But our parents didn't play that.
Not only that, but it's just that. I guess I'm going to say, like, back in my era or in my time of going to school, you got bullied. You just got bullied. Yeah. You just dealt with it. Like, suicide or killing yourself because somebody bullied you, it wasn't a thought. Like, that was never a thought in my mind to be like, oh my God, every day that I go to school, you bully. Like, literally every single day that I went to school, I got bullied. You know what I'm saying? But that never crossed my mind. So it's just kind of like, I don't want to say that people are built different, but it's like, where's that coming from to where a child, you know what I'm saying, wants to commit suicide? And then the other thing too, since we're talking about children, approximately 1 in 5 youth age 13 to 18 experiences a severe mental disorder at some point during their life. For children age 8 to 15, it's estimated 13%. So, this kind of starts, for some, your mental health issues go back from childhood.
Right. And if it don't get taken care of while you're a child, when you get older, you have stuff like narcissist behavior,
But here's the thing, though, too. I also think, though, that sometimes it can be hard to detect in a child. I don't know. You tell me, Jasmine. What do you think?
Truthfully, it may be easier.
Okay.
Because this is an opinion. This is not written anywhere. But just from my experience, they usually act out behaviorally versus as adults, we know how to put on a different coat real quick, But as a child, they'll fail grades. They may. So you've ever heard the thing, negative attention is better than no attention at all. So they start to do things to get the attention. Whether it's, I knew a kid that literally took a knife to school. And he was just trying to get attention from the other kids, And mental health is so broad. It could be something as small as how can I say this? It's kind of one of those things where, because it's so broad, anything can be deemed as mental health. We think of the big stuff, like, and I hear people all the time, which I hope y'all don't say this. Oh, they acting bipolar. Like, that is one of like it's a stereotype, you know. And sorry, but
Well, if they tell me I act bipolar.
but
so.
if you really read the diagnosis, like we're just throwing it around. So let's say I was really diagnosed.
Right.
Why would I tell you if you just literally just made fun of what I know that I have?
Exactly.
You get what I mean?
Exactly.
So it's just, I don't know. I mean, it ain't no schooling.
Right.
That's going to get you everything you need to know about mental health.
And that's the thing, because we keep it, you know, because like she just said, you throwing around, you know, you making jokes about what it is that I am. I'm not going to tell you, because are you going to laugh at me? You know what I'm saying? Are you going to talk about me? It's bad enough I'm already going through what I'm going through. You know what I'm saying? So now, here you go talking about me.
That's true. That's true.
And everybody use bipolar for everything.
They do. But no, they got this new one, narcissist. Oh, they a narcissist.
yeah.
Oh, they bipolar.
What's a narcissist? Break it down for us, Yolanda. What's a narcissist? I can't even say it.
Let her do it.
Narcissist.
A narcissist abuse is a form. Narcissist abuse is a form of emotional and psychological abuse. It is primary inflicted by individuals who have either narcissistic. I can't say the word, y'all. Personality disorder, which characterized by a lack of empathy. Okay, so.
Let her.
So a narcissist would be a person that it's almost like a mask. So most narcissists are people who are full of themselves, so they don't necessarily view life or anything from another point of view. It's all about me, but it's inflated because they really don't feel like that. It's really just something for me to say to make me feel better about myself.
What you over there saying, Ryan?
Am I a narcissist? No, I'm not.
Because if you were a narcissist, like, you wouldn't have no empathy at all. Like, none.
For sure.
Everything will be about you all the time.
Antisocial, is it like antisocial personality disorder, or is that something totally different? That's different? Okay.
Antisocial personality will be, well, dang, I'm glad I just got out of school. This make me feel good.
That's why I got you here, honey.
An antisocial person will be literally just that. They don't communicate. So with a narcissist, everything is about me. So I'm social. Everybody, I want everybody to know me. Whereas a person that's antisocial, they don't have enough confidence to speak. So they will not talk to people. They will not put themselves in situations to be social because they don't feel adequate.
I was going through that when.
I was gonna say, I think I've had a little bit of that going on
especially when I
a long time ago.
Yeah.
Clearly.
Well, I'm just give y'all some school 101.
Yes.
Because this is one of the things that I feel like people do. So you hear the characteristics of a disorder,
And you
and
just
then you
automatically-
label yourself. So there's a difference between having antisocial, narcissist personality disorder versus you just having a moment of low self-esteem or having a moment of whatever it is.
Lack
You
of
know?
confidence.
Yeah, because listen, whatever you say you are, you are. So I would rather say
I'm having a moment.
versus saying, because I'm antisocial. How do you dig yourself out of that if you've already just told yourself that this is what you
You
are?
done already
true.
labeled yourself. Wow.
I'm sorry.
You are what you say.
Right.
No, I
You
appreciate
are.
it.
No,
You really
exactly. That's why Jasmine is here, y'all. Jasmine is here to break it down for us here in the studio. She here to break it down for y'all listening. That's why she here. Okay, she is the one. So again, if you have any comments, if you have any questions, you can call directly in the studio, 248-838-3661. Again, it is Mental Health Awareness Month, and so that is our topic here today as we are discussing mental health. Okay, so... Huh? It is. It's, yeah, it gets hot in here. It gets hot. Okay, so... I'm all about, sharing statistics with you guys. So as we were just talking about bipolar, or I'm sorry, I can't say it.
Narcissism or narcissistic.
Okay.
Oh.
Okay. What Jasmine just said. And an antisocial personality disorder. 1.1% of adults in the U.S. live with schizophrenia. Could you break that down for us and tell us what that is?
So those are one of them sticky ones.
Okay.
Because schizophrenia is genetic. So it's not something that you just get. It's somewhere. It's somewhere.
Just make sure you're talking into the front of the microphone. No,
Oh.
The gum wasn't.
Oh, the gum. Oh, okay. Well, give me my gum back. Okay.
You were just a little off from the
Okay,
mic.
sorry.
I just see them say no.
I know. I was
it's
like,
not
dang
it.
it. Am I smacking my gum in the mic? I'm sorry, y'all. Okay.
No, but I would say the best way to describe schizophrenia is someone that's out of touch with reality. So you have delusions or hallucinations of something that is not real. And most people need to be medicated, or I should say all should be medicated, because they tend to do things that will put themselves and other people in harm's way.
Danger.
But I think the key thing is knowing that it's a genetic thing. It's not something that you just wake up with. Now, you do see it more in women than men, but most of the time, you don't start to see an onset of it until about 18. You don't have any
Symptoms.
not as a child.
Wow, that's interesting.
You ever saw that movie, A Beautiful Mind?
Yep.
With Russell Crowe?
I have not.
It's a
Listen,
great movie.
classic.
Really?
Okay.
It's about,
I gotta write that down.
Schizophrenia, you know.
It's called what?
A Beautiful
A
Mind.
beautiful mind.
One of the best movies I ever seen. It was all about mental health, pretty much. The dude was like
It's great.
imagining everything. You thinking the movie going on regular, come to find out all the stuff he was seeing was like, just watch it. No, listen, watch it.
It was just made up in his mind.
Not all of it, but
Right.
you will see. You will see.
Like
some.
he had a
wow.
whole girlfriend or something at one point
Yeah.
in the movie, and she was never there. Like it's another movie out. I can't think of the name of it, but they were having dialogue, but then they would show the people, like the viewers, that the person that they were talking to nothing.
You know what? There was a movie that I watched on Netflix, and it was Jennifer Lopez was in this movie. And who was the lady? Who's the lady that plays?
Layla.
Who's the lady that Viola? Is it Viola
Yeah.
Davis?
Oh,
The murder.
when they trying to get their kids back.
No, when somebody murdered her son and she was trying to go. Is that the one you talking about?
That's what I'm talking about. Lily and
Yes.
Yeah.
What was it called?
I don't know.
Okay,
I
but
know
it
start
was
with an L.
But it was basically Viola thought in the movie, as the movie is going on, as you're watching it, you think that the character played by Jennifer Lopez and the character played by Viola Davis, you think that they're friends. So Viola Davis lost her son. And so she was going to these meetings to kind of help her get over the loss. And so at the meeting, she met Jennifer Lopez's character, and they kind of became friends, and they would do things together. And basically, Jennifer Lopez talked her into killing the man that killed her son. Come to find out, Jennifer Lopez's character really never existed. This was all in her mind.
See, yeah, that's-
And I mean, the movie was good, and it has
was.
you going. I just gave the movie away though, if anybody wanted to watch it. But for like almost the whole entire movie, you honestly think that they're having
You thought
dialogue.
Jennifer
Yeah.
Lopez was actually her friend
Yeah.
and not somebody
Yeah.
that's in her head.
And so I remember like watching it, and I don't know, something happened, and I remember going, oh my gosh, she's not real. Like, I
Yeah.
figured it out before the end of the movie,
Yeah,
but
yeah. That's how it is.
you know, but man.
yeah.
That's how Beautiful Mind was. You like,
And how do you tell somebody, no, she did, you know what I'm saying? And then, no, it wasn't me that did it. She told me to do it, or you know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
then people are looking at you like, you crazy, because the person never existed. But really, no, you're not crazy. This is the norm for that person. This is reality for that person. You know what I'm saying?
With schizophrenia, though, it's so many different levels.
Yeah.
Because you also have people who are paranoid. So that means you are really here to kill me. So I got to get away from you, because when we leave out of here, you're going to try to shoot my car up. And they believe it.
Wow.
You know,
Oh, wow.
like it's, and you really see more of that than anything. Like more of the paranoid. Like everything is a harm to them, you know? So it's a lot.
8:35.
Okay. The other one is 2.6% of adults in the U.S. live with bipolar disorder. 6.9% of adults in the U.S., which is 16 million, had at least one major depressive episode in the past year. 18.1% of adults in the U.S. experience an anxiety disorder such as post-traumatic stress disorder, obsessive compulsive disorder, and specific phobias. Among the 20.2 million adults in the U.S. who experience a substance use disorder, 50.5%, which is 10.2 million adults, had a concurring mental illness. Co-occurring mental illness. Thank you. So those are just some statistics just as a broad, just on the broad of mental illness. Again, for me, one of the things that I definitely really wanted to discuss is mental health, definitely within the Black community. I think it's something that somebody just said in my message that bipolar is real. They're not trying to be funny, but bipolar is real. Absolutely. Bipolar is real. Okay, so one of the things that I really want to discuss is mental health in the Black community. Like I have to really take this time to talk about that because I'm trying to choose my words carefully. It's something that's not talked about. There are so many things that happen in the media and, there's just a lot of different things that happen. And, I just feel like Black people we're always Black, especially Black men, we're always the thug, and it's always, he was a thug. So this happened for this reason. It's never wait a minute, let's find out the facts. Right. Maybe he had a mental disorder or maybe something was going on. And I'm not, this is not a Black against, white or white against Black. But what you find and what you see in the media a lot of times is when something happens, in other nationalities, it's always, well, he suffered from blah, blah, blah. And this is the reason why this happened. There's always an excuse. Right. But there's never an excuse for why, this happened. And, so, I'm trying
Johnny down the
street.
Right.
I'm trying to be easy here. So I definitely wanted to talk about that. And I think for a lot, when it comes to mental health in the Black community, I think we push a lot of things under the rug, and it goes back to childhood. Let's just be honest here. Let's say what it is. I think we all know that era of what happens in this house stays in this house. Yeah, I know we've all heard that. If you are doing that to your children today, please stop doing that. Right, yeah. Please stop doing that. Yeah. Stop telling your children what happens in this house stays in this house. Yeah. Because let me tell you, you're setting your child up for disaster. You got to listen to your kids.
And
you know what I'm
some
saying?
Help if they need help.
Sure. Exactly. You got to listen to them, and you got to get them some help. Because if you don't, what happens is when they get grown, it's gonna be a whole nother beast for them, and they're not gonna be able to. Some things they ain't gonna be able to get out of. So I don't know, why is that the case though? That's really what I want to know. Why is that? Why was that a term that was so used so much in the household? What happens in this house stays in this house.
I guess you don't want nobody in your business. That's how my mama would say it, but she won't say it like that though. My mama, a different animal. It seemed like she'd give you the phone. It's like, tell whoever you want to tell. I'm on your butt. Right.
But what I mean by that, but that's different though, because what I mean by that's different. Because what I mean by that, what happens in this house stays in this house. Let me go back. Okay. Let me get a little deeper than that. we all there's somebody in somebody's family that's doing something to little kids that they shouldn't be doing to little kids. So let me clarify. Let me say that.
Right.
Okay. And so then when you go to I know I took it way to the left, right, y'all? But yeah.
And that's a mental problem.
Okay,
if you're doing
exactly.
that.
It's real. And so the thing of it is somebody is doing that. Somebody has done that. So, or somebody has went to a parent and said, hey, you know what? Such and such did this, and you know he touched me, she touched me, whatever the case may be. People are going to their parents and they're telling, but then your parent not believing you,
Or they in denial.
or they in denial. You know what I'm saying? What do you think that does to that child? What do you know what I'm saying? What do you think happens? So it's kind of like, I don't know. Like I brought that up to say that I think mental illness, it can happen, I guess, at any time. Like you said, some things are genetic, but I think some things can be avoided if we
take care of it early on.
Exactly.
When you see it, and you take care of it then.
Exactly. So it's just, I don't know. I guess it's a little bother.
The issue to me is a lot of people talk about it, but you have to do something about it. When there's a problem, it's called a problem. It's just like a math problem. You solve it, and you do whatever that's needed to actually solve the problem. But a lot of people are not using the resources that's out here for mental health awareness, whereas you can go get some help, or, you know, instead of everybody pushing stuff under the rug, like she said, and nobody's reaching out. Look, he really needs this help. He did such to his sister, or what have you. We have to reach out and get these children the help where, you know, because it's out here. There's so much help out here. So
I think another thing, and I think this just goes even before mental health, because I look at mental illness as a trigger of something. But I think one of the biggest things is, especially in the African American community, is we don't allow people to show emotions. So think about if you fall off your bike, get up. You better not cry. You know?
I'm guilty of that.
Oh, you do that?
If you cry, girl, girl.
Girl, I'm talking about more so for the guys, though.
But no, he does it to his. He's saying he does that to his daughter.
Baby, I love my baby, but I'm like, girl, get up.
But and to a certain extent, I understand that. But indirectly, she's not able to express that something is bothering her.
Yeah, no, you're right.
Yeah,
you're right.
And so I find a lot of times where people come into therapy and they don't have the right terminology. They don't know how to say, I'm hurt because. So I think before it gets to become a mental illness, just being okay with allowing your child to express themselves.
Emotionally.
If your kid come in the house and they mad because they wanted to sit in the green chair today and they had to sit in the blue, let them cry about that. Because what it is exactly versus it, don't be crying about no chair. When they get old enough to comprehend that, then you can say that. But at 2 and 3,
because green might have been their favorite color.
Exactly.
I know one thing, I get my daughter on the weekends. Every time I take her home, every time I turn the radio off, I'm like, what's going on with you? How's school going? How your house, how they doing? She tell me if she getting bullied. She tell me if her brother's getting on her nerves, whatever it is, So we had a conversation, I make sure I let her know, listen, you pretty, your daddy here for you. Whatever you need, we just have our little talk every time I take her home. That's good. Maybe that might.
And that's a good one because, like, for me, like, when I go back to, like, teasing, like, I was teased because I was dark
Exactly.
skin. Okay, like, I got called blackie, I got called
Everything.
Charcoal, I got called crispy critter. Yes, I got called midnight, I got called burnt crispy bacon.
Now you can't tell me
Look
nothing.
at me now.
Okay.
You'd have hated my little brother. He got some good ones.
So, you know what I'm saying? So I was called all of that. And, I have 4 children. And, my older 2 are light, and my younger 2 are chocolate. And so I always tell them, your chocolate is beautiful. You like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I always tell them that you're beautiful. You're, dark skin, it doesn't matter, like your complexion is everything. So I know, right? So, I'm sorry, y'all. I'm looking at messages on my phone. My bad. But yeah, and I think that we just always have to encourage our children, because I would go home and I would be like, they call me Blackie, they call me Charcoal, and then the biggest one for me was they used to tell me that I should not wear black. I was too black to wear black.
Ooh.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Well, you rocking your black.
I rock my black every day. I always wear black now. But you know what I'm saying? But it was like I would go home and cry, and I never had like
somebody to comfort you and say, baby,
Make
you
you feel
beautiful.
good.
Exactly. Like I never had that. And for like the longest time, even being an adult, like I wouldn't say much. I would, you know what I'm saying? Like this person now, I don't know where she came from, y'all, but this, you know what I'm saying? This was not me before, I was always afraid to say things, So I'm so glad I grew out of that.
Yes. And I did the same thing. It's funny she said that. And I called my daughter the chocolate drop.
Yep. Chocolate drop and chocolate thunder is what I call my babies. Yep.
And as a single mother, I always told her how beautiful. You look so gorgeous, baby. You so beautiful. Because they have to hear so much negative outside the home. So when they come home, they should at least be able to hear some positive things. My daughter, you see her, she walk with her head up. She speak clearly. And that's what I wanted from her. I wanted her to have that confidence, and no matter what nobody else say, I want you to be proud of who you are.
Yep. And they get their confidence from the home. So if it's lacking in the home, then they go and they look for it somewhere else.
Exactly. That's true.
Quick story from my daughter. I'm in the living room. Baby. She got the mirror to her face, just standing there. I'm like, what you doing? Look in the mirror. I'm like, wow, I'm pretty. Like 5 minutes. So her confidence was up there.
Cute. I'm pretty.
Okay, y'all, we have a couple minutes left, but I have to talk about my other sponsor, y'all. I can't leave the show without talking. Okay. So Authority Printing is the solution for all your graphic designs and printing needs. They specialize in flyers, signs, and banners, booklets, obituaries, business cards, and more. With the experience and resources to make sure your project is complete on schedule. It's time to print with Authority. Visit them online today at www.authorityprinting.com or give them a call at 313-288-9673. Okay. Yes, girl. I got to thank my people. Thank y'all for sponsoring me. I love y'all. Thank you. Thank you, Rev Denzel. Look, he on here right now. Thank you, Rev. So, we're going to wrap up here in a second. But, I really think that, definitely we need to start listening more. We need to start listening to our children. We need to just start listening to people. We definitely need to stop categorizing people before we know what's really going on with them. Everybody has their issues or has their things that they're dealing with and they're going through. We all have them.
Exactly.
So like I always tell people, smile at somebody, say hi. I mean, you just never know how, your smile or you saying hi, will help that person, get through the day or whatever the case may be. Start loving on each other, especially in the Black community, because we don't love on each other enough in the Black community. We frown down on each other. We're jealous of this one, or we always say we can do it better than that one. Stop.
We on the same side, boo.
Right. Stop it. Because what's for you is for you, and what's for them is what's for them. Stop being so just hateful and evil towards your brothers and your sisters, y'all. Okay. We got to do better. We got to do better as a community. We just got to do better, y'all. And y'all know we got to do better. Any comments? Anything, you guys? Anything to add?
Well, I wanted to see if we had some type of like if somebody actually needed help after they seen this video. If we had some type of website they can go to or somewhere where they can go. I may and I may not. I'm not sure.
Well, while you're looking, you can always come to my website.
There you go.
Okay.
www.image, which is IMAGE image-counseling.com.
But that's all we giving y'all.
Yes.
We ain't looking for nothing else.
Yes.
Give them that web address one more time.
www.image-counseling.com.
Okay. And so, Jasmine, how can people connect with you on social media?
You can find me on Facebook at image-counseling, and you can find me on Instagram at Be Inspired with Jazz with an S.
Okay. Mr. Protection, how can people connect with you?
You can find me at Reed Protection on Instagram. I'm tripping.
Yeah,
Chilling.
I know. He all just sitting back, like, look at Randy just shaking his head at you, like, it just don't make no sense. He forgot we was on the podcast.
The microphones aren't just for looks.
Right. I'm tripping.
Try that again.
Right, he like, you gonna sit
I'm
up?
chilling now.
Lean back.
What's my Facebook?
media.
Well, I don't know. What's up,
Ryan Reed. You know, I gotta.
Reed and Associate.
Reed
Y'all
and
better, you know what?
Associates.
Y'all better come correct now.
Listen, I
Reed
know.
and Associate, Reed and Associates Protection LLC on
LLC, that's me.
Facebook.
Find me on
Why I
Facebook.
know it and you don't?
That's what you're here for. Thank
No,
you.
I'm not.
Thank you.
It's your business.
This your business.
I know.
But I am nurturing
Shout
my
out. Yeah,
network.
for
I am
sure.
nurturing
Yeah,
my
yeah.
network.
Got you.
I am nurturing my network.
Thank
That's
you.
what's
Thank
up.
you. Thank you.
Yolanda, is you good?
I'm
Okay.
good, thank you.
Yolanda, how can people connect with you?
You can always connect with me or message me on Facebook at Yolanda Wynn. That's YALONDAWYNN. And what is it? Co-op Business Plus.
Y'all gonna stop asking me what y'all stuff is, okay?
You could go on our Facebook page, Co-op Business Plus, or you could visit our website at www.coopbizplus.com.
So I have an event that I wanted to share with you guys really quick. Okay, so June 18th from 6:30 to 8:30 p.m., you are invited to the Business Roundtable event. Connect and network with Connect and network with business leaders and entrepreneurs. This roundtable is designed to discuss topics relevant to business and business growth. Why you should attend? Enhance your brand credibility, meet potential business partners, showcase your industry knowledge. You can register at www.coachangelita.com/events. And tickets are only $19.99 and seating is limited. Okay, so look, y'all. I got something else to tell y'all. So as of May 23rd, I became a published author. Yay! We don't have like the clapping. No, we don't have that. No? Okay, maybe we do. Okay. All right.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much. Okay, that's what's up. I like that.
Yeah.
So I published a ebook called Are You Ready to Network? And in this ebook, I share with you my experience on how I started networking, how I created some really dope relationships with people. So you have to download it. Also, at the end of the book, there are 8 questions. So after you read it, there's 8 questions, and you can kind of like answer those questions based off what you read and kind of like your own experience when it comes to networking. There's also a 30-day challenge that I give you to do so that you can learn how to connect with people and create effective relationships, okay? So what I need all of you to do in the room, including you, Randy, and those that are listening, is make sure you go to Amazon. Go to Amazon. You can search our books, Are You Ready to Network? And my book will come up.
Yes.
And you can go there. You can purchase my ebook for $3.99. Okay.
Yes.
So make sure you download it. Make sure you leave your feedback on Amazon. All of that good stuff. And I may even go live and do like a Q&A with the book, but it's definitely a dope read. It's a dope read. It really is, especially if you want to network. Like we are all in this room right now. We are all some great networkers. Like Ryan is super dope when it comes to networking and nurturing his network. Like Ryan is the bomb. So look, Yolanda pulled it up right here. She got the book pulled up on her phone.
To pull it up?
Yes.
My live one.
Yes.
My live go.
I know. Look, I gotta show it to my people. Hold on, let me show it. Let me show it. I don't know if y'all can see it. Make sure you go to Amazon and download that. Also, you guys, you can connect with me. My website is www.coachangelita.com, Instagram and Facebook, Angelita the Coach. That's it, y'all. I'll see you in 2 weeks.
Yeah.